have two amendments I'd like to speak to. The first I'll speak to is amendment number 73. And I'm hoping that there's an oversight by the Democratic Party and that you excluded women unintentionally from the debt relief afforded under section 10005. And I'd just like to read for you, Mr. Chairman, from the Government Accountability Office. The USDA regulations further define SDFRs, which is socially disadvantaged farmers and ranchers, as belonging to the following groups: American Indians or Alaskan Natives, Asians, Blacks or African Americans, Native Hawaiians or Pacific Islanders, Hispanics, and women. And so I think you inadvertently used a definition from 1990, which excludes women, and my language would include all of those who are in the 1990 legislation, but also includes women. That's simply what it does. Any questions, Mr. Chairman?
Do you have another amendment?
Yes, sir. I do. I have another amendment.
The way it works is you testify, and then you have to listen to everybody, and then at the end, you get to, if anyone has a question, they'll ask you.
Perfect then. And this is a perfect amendment, and that's why it's number 100. It prohibits members of Congress from receiving the debt relief afforded through the USDA Socially Disadvantaged Farmers and Ranchers Program in this piece of legislation. I won't, Mr. Chairman, you probably know this because of being a member of the Ag Committee, but if you bear with me a second, the average loan through this program is $519,000. As you know, this particular piece of legislation will pay the person who has borrowed that money 120% of their outstanding debt. And again, the average is 519 times 1.2 is $622,800 that somebody would receive a check for if they had the average outstanding loan balance under the Socially Disadvantaged Farmers and Ranchers Program. The operating loan average is $279,000, and times 1.2 is $334,000. And if someone had both, that would be $957,600. Now, I think it would be a real shame if we had a member of Congress that actually received a check for that kind of money from the Treasury after voting for a bill. I think it would be very damaging to our institution from a credibility and reputational standpoint. And so my second amendment simply says that no member of Congress shall receive debt relief under section 10005. By the way, even though the average is $1 million or $957,000, the maximum that the USDA loans or guarantees is $1.776 million. And if you multiply that out, people would potentially be getting a check for $2.1 million. And so I'm certainly opposed to this section, but if you're going to pass it, I do not think you should discriminate against women, and I do not think members should be eligible for it. With that, Mr. Chairman, I yield.
Thank you very much, Representative Franklin.